The one person who's followed the Bofors scam very, very closely. In fact, when he was editor of the Indian Express, the story unfolded before his eyes. He was the person who led that investigation. Former minister, senior BJP leader and one of the country's top journalists, Arun Shourie, now joins us live from Lavasa on a day when the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal has come out with this indicting report, really, bringing out the very points that Mr. Shourie had been making during his reportage in the 80s. Mr. Shourie, thank you very much for joining us on Headlines Today this evening. The first question I have for you is the different conclusions the CBI and the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal have reached on the basis of the same investigation. The CBI is telling the courts there is no case, this case should be buried, Ottavio Quattrocchi should be allowed to go. On the basis of the same investigation, we're seeing the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal say that there is a definite evidence, they've given bank account details, they've given the specifics linking Ottavio Quattrocchi with the Bofors scam. What do you make of this divergent conclusion based on the same investigation?
That the CBI continues to be the handmaiden of the government in office. It is really a shame that, after 23 years, every single fact which the appellate tribunal has now upheld and revealed, every single fact was published by us and by the Hindu under NRAM. The names of these front companies, Kolbar, Wettelson, this Svenska, the fact that the accounts of those two were managed by Ottavio Quattrocchi and his wife Maria, that Svenska was the front company of Chadha. I mean, in going through this order of the appellate tribunal, there was not a single fact that I did not remember having published at that time, and I don't remember, and I remember that Hindu published at that time. It's such a shame.
But Mr. Shourie, the principal assertion...
And the CBI still continues to do what the government asks it to do.
The principal assertion of the Congress...
One thing, the CBI, this very CBI... Yes?
So the principal assertion of the Congress is that you've been a minister yourself. The NDA was in power for 6 years. There was a VP Singh government. There was H.D. Devegowda. All of them had the opportunity to nail Ottavio Quattrocchi. When your party was in power for 6 years, if Ottavio Quattrocchi was indeed culpable and if there was direct and strong evidence against him, why was no conclusive case built at that time which could stand scrutiny in a court of law?
Actually, these are things which the law ministers and others can answer, but it always remained a mystery to me as to why things were taking that long. And just as he escaped from Argentina now, as you remember a few years ago, because the CBI could not, it said we could not get the Spanish document of 3 pages translated. And therefore, Argentina, which had arrested him, had to let him go. Now, this kind of thing that happens, and all that we keep doing is saying, why did NDA not do it? Why did UPA not do it? Will you never ask somebody about the country? The issue is that if people who are corrupt and who are the handmaidens and facilitators of corruption like Quattrocchi, when they are not brought to book, then you get bigger and bigger scams because you embolden everybody. That's precisely what has happened now. So because you can't hang Afzal Guru, terrorism continues. You can't get Quattrocchi, therefore you get into 2G. And again the same thing. Oh, NDA did this, UPA did this. What about the country?